Welcome back here, folks, at the Ice Sports Forum. We're just about a minute 48 away from the season opener here for both of these teams. Should be exciting to see what can come up with here. I'm Angelo Pontello, bringing you all the live action coverage here at the Ice Sports Forum in Brandon, Florida. So it should be very interesting to see how this game will turn out today. So for starters, you got the Red Army team, which is, pretty decently built, I have to say. Like Jim Becker, Larry Liebler, Jim Thomas, of course, who is expected to lead and carry the workload of the team. So he is going to be the guy that they're going to be looking to try to hopefully get the puck to a lot of times in order to beat a Yellow Jacket squad that, is pretty much, the main guy for this guy, obviously Angelo Pontello. And of course, Pontello looking to be back in action more than ever, of course. Coming off of a disappointing 1-11 season with the Red Army, Pontello's hoping to change things around with a new team and hope to contribute to having the Yellow Jackets win their second championship, as they are now about to begin a season quest, mainly, if you could say, fire-powered by the likes of Larry Sincata and Matt Farina, the two remaining players from the Yellow Jackets championship team, and they're looking to win it 2 times with the Yellow Jackets. So anything can happen, and of course, with their keeper by Phil McClung, and of course Chewy is ready to go. You have to make sure that he's hoping for the best. For his part, he's hoping for the likes of Angelo Pontello. If he decides to put him at forward, that all the pressure and stuff will be alleviated, and there won't be as much work to do. Meanwhile, for this side, they're going to need to do the best they can in terms of the forwards and defensemen. They're going to need to play their games because Lonnie Herman can't stop them all. So at the defense, again, their key thing is they got to keep up with whatever the Yellow Jackets throw at them. Otherwise, Lonnie Herman's going to be having a long day. This has been the pregame report brought to you by the Power Play Grill. Best wings in Tampa. That's where I like to get my chicken wings half of the time as well. Power Play Grill is the place to go. And also where the players go to fellowship after the game. For wings, beer, and fun. So Power Play Grill, best wings in Tampa. So you should check them out. We will have the first period to you shortly. Don't go away, we'll be right back. This is Over 50 Hockey on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. We are just about ready to begin the first period. It'll be Angelo Pontello and Jim Thomas to take off on the faceoff. And here we go. This one's going to come back over to Steve Byrne, looking to set up over quickly to Don Coffey, the second-year man. And he will keep the puck moving. Here comes over to Sincata. We'll find Angelo Pontello. No, intercepted by Jim Becker. This is going to come back over to Steve Byrne. We'll fire it back around the other way to Sharina, and he will take off. Trying to make a move around Thomas, still trying to hang on to the puck. He does, but he's going to be forced to dump it out. Coffey looking to move this one up quickly. Stopped by Sharina, big opportunity here. We'll fire the shot, and it gets deflected away by a Red Army defender. Puck now coming back around over to Ricci. Finds Steve Byrne. This one will come back around. Shot taken, intercepted by Pontello. Look out, fires a shot, and Herman will kick it away. And of course, that is going to be for Lonnie Herman. He knows he's going to have his hands full anyways with the likes of hard shooting from Angelo Pontello and company. Quicko looking for Jim Becker. Lost his balance, but here comes Jim Thomas. We'll regroup. Mike Ricci trying to come up with Thomas. Working off of Sharina. We'll spin around. Looking to set it back around. Here comes Mark Walker. Shot fired, and Sincata looking to escape for it quickly. It's a one-on-one opportunity for Larry Sincata. Looking to make the shot, fires it, bounces from Herman, and he still makes the save. The man, the myth, the legend, Lonnie Herman, almost got beat by Larry Sincata that time, and if it wasn't for the last gasp grab, who knows what could have happened. But for the Yellow Jackets, a very strong start here. They're looking to try to make a statement here early. So Mike Jackson looked like he was about to take the face-up, but it looks like him and Don Coffey are about to check out. But they still need one more guy to come back on, and so that'll be Joe Mastrin. Angelo Pontello will take the face-off against Larry Liebler. This one comes around to Phil Field, now taken by Byrne to Pontello. Big-time opportunity. We'll try to flip this one to help out Joe Mastrin, but Lonnie Herman gets to it first for the save. goes around, this one coming back to Wersinski. Will fire the shot. Herman will knock this one away. Puck now to Buchholz. Will pass this one back to Walker. Looks for Liebler. Gets it around Byrne. Now finds Phil Field. Gets it back to Larry Liebler. Wersinski gets in the way and he will knock him off the puck. This one comes around to Pontello. Will take the shot. Finds Byrne. And what do we have here? I think somehow either Pontello lost his balance or Tom Buchholz really must have nailed him. I'm not exactly sure if there was any last season blood going on, but apparently Buchholz definitely wanted a shot at Pontello. That was, I guess, his first thing off the bucket list, and it succeeds very well. It's too bad we didn't get that one on camera. Oh, we know that Buchholz and Pontello are really gonna kill us here. Of course, I apologize, folks, for not introducing Andy Townsend. Andy was on break. How was that break, Andy? It was really good, you know, got a chance to actually look around the ice sports forum a little bit. And, you know, see it's all his commodities. Angelo Pontello trying to beat Larry Liebler after the puck. He does. Pontello holding on to the puck. No, he just lost balance of it. And this one is going to be halted. Net gets knocked off balance. But Larry Liebler, if he did not catch up to Pontello, Lonnie Herman probably might have been crapping himself. Yeah, when you see Pontello coming full speed like a bullet train, and especially for the likes of Lonnie Herman, you know, it's almost like he has to close his eyes and almost hope for the best to try to make sure he makes the stop. Of course, luckily for the likes of Lonnie Herman, you know, Larry Liebler was there to keep up with Pontello in terms of the speed factor. Puck goes back to Greg Bell. Moves this one up to Mike Falbo. This one coming back around to Sharina. And he will put this one in the Red Army end for the icing call. And now that you have a Red Army team that is looking to try to turn things around, you know, they're hoping that they will not have a 10-game losing streak like they did last season. And currently right now, they're at a 2-game losing streak in terms of the regular season. And they're hoping that that won't continue today. Pass from Sharina gets over to Sincata, passes it back to Wersinski, and the second-year man will get this one out to Don Coffey. And now from Jeff Kushel, lost control of the puck now from Coffey. Mike Jackson trying to get to the puck first, but it'll be taken away. No, by Mark Walker. They both cancel each other out. Coffey trying to keep the puck alive, and Jim Thomas is going to get through, and he will get to the puck now. We'll work with Madalena. Thomas looking to try to take this one himself. He'll slip and fall, and Sharina stops him. Well, that is exactly the one thing that the Red Army were going to need to do, is keep Jim Thomas working all game long. And for the Yellow Jackets, they had to keep hold of Jim Thomas, because that was going to be the key factors today. Puck from John Madalena now over to rookie Russ Smith. Instead, now it's intercepted by Mark Walker. Stripped loose by Sharina. This one coming back around to Ricci. Sharina now off the boards looking for Master and gets out of Quicko's reach. And Lonnie Herman's going to fall on it for the save. 8:12 to go in the opening period. Still no score here at the Ice Sports Forum. Both teams keeping each other on their toes. So now it'll be Angelo Pontello taking a face-off against Larry Liebler. This one goes around from Liebler now to Jim Becker. To Larry Liebler now. I can't even speak up my words. Larry Liebler will fire the shot, and it'll be saved by Chewy. And there's his first action all day today for Chewy, making a nice save there off of a Larry Liebler open shot. But of course now you have to look at the Yellow Jackets. They have to make sure that they are back at all times, because if they are not back at all times, that could really hurt their chances. Puck stripped loose now from Steve Byrne. This was going to come back to Angelo Pontello. Liebler will pick up on the slack, looking for an open chance. Working off of Pontello, now in the deep slot. Will fire the shot, finds Rapar.
And Rapar will knock this one back in the yellow jacket end. Wersinski working off of Liebler. And now it's to Steve Byrne. Makes a nice open pass. Angelo Pontello will skate for a big opportunity. Here he comes again. Makes a move around Herman and it's in! And there it is, the 1-0 lead for the Yellow Jackets, and that is exactly what they needed in terms of getting this firepower going. Of course, you know, I'm not exactly sure what was said on that bench, but when you have a line like that, very smart play there by Steve Byrne. You know, he just flipped it high, and especially knowing that Pontello will get after the puck and will get it. You know, big opportunity, and that one bullet train was something Herman could not avoid. Mark Walker will move this one up. Go find Liebler. But now the puck back over to Walker, and there's an offsides. At least it looked like 2 Red Army players were offsides at that time. Puck back over to Russ Smith. Looking for Sincata, but instead it's off to Larry Liebler. Getting around is Jim Thomas. Russ Smith trying to get to the puck. Now it's back over to Phil Field, looking to set up to Jim Thomas. Puck now over to Sincata, now working against Sean Coffey and Jeff Quicko. This one coming back around. Here comes Russ Smith. No correction, that's Mike Jackson. We'll look for Sincata. Looking to set up, now back around. It's now off to Jim Thomas. Russ Smith trying to work off of Tom Buchholz, and Buchholz now will fire the shot himself, and Chewy will knock this one away. Puck over to Phil Field, now looking to close the gap in on the Yellow Jackets. Field will fire the shot, and it will be knocked out by Sharina. Jim Thomas regroups. Yellow Jackets trying to make a lineup change quickly before the Red Army have an opportunity to capitalize. And this puck's going to go back in the Yellow Jacket end. Puck comes around the other way to Steve Byrne, passes it back to Pontello. And he is on the move the other way, looking for Mashrin off the board. And this will come back around from Pontello to Smith, now back to Sharina. We'll fire it back to Pontello. Finds Steve Byrne. Back to Pontello again, and he will take off with the puck. Big opportunity here. We'll fire the shot, and it gets deflected by 2 Red Army players, and he shoots it right back into Herman, and the Red Army will be able to escape defensively. Oh, Pontello there. I don't think he even tried that hard, and he almost got through again with the second goal. The Red Army defense is starting to sleep a little bit more. Not good for them. 5:10 to go in the opening period. This one comes back around to Greg Bell. To Mashrin. This one now back over to Wersinski. Looking to set up to Steve Byrne. Knocked away by Jim Becker. And now comes Larry Rapar with the puck. He'll move this one up to Jim Thomas. Now working with Jim Becker. Wersinski trying to get to the puck first. He does. He finds a nice open pass to Steve Byrne. And Byrne will pass it back the other way to Mashrin. Look out. Joe Mashrin firing the shot. This one bounces away. Now back over to Jim Thomas. Wersinski trying to knock the player off the puck, but unfortunately could not do so. Now back over to Ricci. They're going to send it back around to Jim Becker. Got the shot off. Puck continuing to fly around. Red Army players looking to try to call in reinforcements for some help. They'll fire the shot. Chewy knocks it away again. Here comes an opportunity once more, and instead it will be taken away by Mike Jackson and the Yellow Jackets. Jackson now finds Sincata. They'll fire the shot. Herman will fall in it for the save. .408 lies now. Yellow Jackets with a 1-0 lead. Thanks to Angelo Pontello's bullet train attempt at Lonnie Herman. And it'll now be Pontello and Liebler on the faceoff. Puck now Phil Field trying to come in the way. I'm not exactly sure if that was a tripping call, but no call is being enforced. Now comes Pontello, picks up his own rebound. Bouncing puck around once more, and now comes Buchholz the other way with Phil Field. Buchholz makes a nice move, and he could have a big breakaway opportunity, looking to finish the shot, and he misses. Unbelievable. Tom Buchholz just got through and made a nice move off of 2 Red Army defenders, or correction, 2 Yellow Jacket players, and he almost had an opportunity to beat Chewy the same way Pontello beat Herman. And of course, that is an opportunity that really is going to hurt the Red Army now, because Tom Buchholz had every opportunity with that breakaway, and all he had to do was fire the shot. That's what I was expecting him to do at first, was just fire a bullet shot at Chewy, but that's not what he did. He tried to play finesse, and that backfired on him. Over to Buchholz, looking to finish off the Phil Field. Instead, this one's going to be knocked away. Here comes Jackson. And now here comes Jackson again. Red Army taking a lot of easy time. Here comes Jackson, still trying to hold on his ground against Rapar. And there's now a scrum for the puck. This one's going to get over to Falbo. Puck comes back to Russ Smith, now finds Masherin. Off to Smith again, looking to set up to Steve Byrne, just couldn't control the puck. Puck off to Greg Bell, finds Liebler. Liebler looking to fire the shot, and the Yellow Jacket defenders come away and make the stop. Shot fired back around the other way. It's Chewy who knocks it away. Now over to Russ Smith. Quicko gets a piece now, and he'll fire it back the other way. Puck over to Walker. Now off to Steve Byrne. Big opportunity here. We'll flip this one high. Gets it off to Masherin. Quicko will knock it back the other way, but Serena will knock it right back out. From Masherin now to Pontello. This one comes back over to Walker. Lots of time. And Pontello will look to pass it off to Sincata. 2 Red Army players almost collided with one another. That could have been dangerous. And of course, with the way the Yellow Jackets are moving the puck right now, they are having a tremendous advantage over the Red Army, while still trying to figure out how to get the pass to one another. Sincata will slip and fall, and here comes our first penalty of the game. Jim Becker tripping call. And now the Yellow Jackets are going to see if they can try to score with 6 men. We'll fire the shot, and it's saved by Herman. But here comes a tripping call by Jim Becker. 2 minutes coming up in the hot box, and an opportunity for the Yellow Jackets to extend their lead. Of course, this was really unfortunate for Jim Becker. His stick was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Sincata, all he had to do was fall over the stick, and that's exactly what he did. Power play for the Yellow Jackets. So now it's Jim Thomas and Angelo Pontello once more on the face-off. And now they will switch places. Sincata will be the one taking the face-off. This is going to come over to Pontello. Makes a nice move around Greg Bell, but Greg Bell trying to hold up Pontello, and he does as the Red Army players come in through. Ricci gets the pass off to Thomas. Gets it around Sharina, and now it's back over to Thomas. Or correction, Sharina skating for the puck, getting it past Thomas. Trying to get through 2 Red Army players, but no, here comes an open opportunity for Jim Thomas. Fires the shot, knocked away by Chewy. Here comes Pontello now moving the puck. Struggling to control the puck, and he's forced to knock it back the other way. From Warsinski, makes a nice move around Jim Thomas. Shoots it into Jim Thomas, and this one's going to head all the way back in the Red Army end. Don Coffey with the shot in the Red Army end. This one's going to come around to Greg Bell. Finds Warsinski. Deflected away. And now comes Jim Thomas. 4 seconds. This is his opportunity right now to tie the game. Makes through 2 Red Army players. Look at it. Take the shot. This one goes in as time expires on the first period. And the Yellow Jackets could not hold off the Red Army in this first period. And we are now at a tie game heading into intermission. Not really the smartest thing by the Yellow Jackets. They just gave up in the last few seconds. I mean, I'm surprised. Jim Thomas, he just went through a straight line, and as soon as he went through a straight line through the 2 Yellow Jacket defenders, it was nothing but there. There was nothing but net between him, Chewy. What can you say to that? Yellow Jackets had every opportunity to defend that one well, but for whatever reason, they gave Jim Thomas an open opportunity. Well, first intermission, and would have been 1-0 Yellow Jackets, but thanks to a last-second goal by Jim Thomas, it is a tied game heading into the second period. We'll take a quick break ourselves. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Over 50 Hockey on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Just about ready to begin the second period. It'll be Angelo Pontello and Phil Field taking the face-off. This will be interesting to see. Masherin working off of Quicko. So coming back around to Pontello. Quicko trying to get this one away, and this puck is going to come all the way back into the Yellow Jacket end. This one now off to Sharina. Finds Pontello. Looking for Sharina. Instead, this is going to come back to Steve Byrne. Sharina looking for the open opportunity, looking for some players. And this one's going to be taken aback by Walker. Russ Smith looking to set up now. Back over to Masherin. And this one's going to be fired back again. Back over to Chewy. Chewy with a lot of time to work with. Red Army's going to make a few substitutions. This one's going to come up to Sharina. Sharina into the Red Army zone, working with Steve Byrne. Byrne fires the shot deflected by Walker, and he's going to fire this one back in the Yellow Jacket zone. Chewy trying to get through, and look out. Larry Liebler looking for a big opportunity here. Could take the lead. Will fire the shot, and the Yellow Jackets come back in time. And that is exactly one reason why, if you're the keeper, you do not, for whatever reason, get out of the crease, even if it looks like it's an open opportunity, because, you know, had Larry Liebler made a move off of the Yellow Jacket defenders, it would have been nothing but net. This one's going to be fired back over to Sharina. Finds Quicko from Bell, and this one will be knocked all the way back into the Yellow Jacket end, and I believe that would have been an icing call. Probably an icing call. 10-12 to go. This game tied at 1 apiece. Scored by Angelo Pontello and Jim Thomas. Face-off now will be Mike Jackson and John Madalena. Or correction, Jim Thomas. Becker will blast the puck back in the Yellow Jacket end. Ricci gets a hold on the puck. Back over to Rapar. Rapar looking to set up to Becker. Will fire the shot deflected away by Wersinski. Shot taken again. This one off the boards. We'll find Sincata. And here come the Yellow Jackets the other way. Sincata looking to try to finish. Will fire the shot. Looking for the finishing touches. No one there. And now in his own end is Jim Thomas. And this was going to slide all the way back for the icing call. And with that, so now with 9:27 to go in the second, Yellow Jackets deep in the Red Army zone looking to try to retake the lead. And then you got the likes of Angelo Pontello back out there with Russ Smith, Wersinski and company. And Steve Byrne will now take the face-off. Pontello will be out in the wing. And Phil Field will spy Pontello. Walker trying to get this one cleared out. This one from Masher now back over to Wersinski. Fires the shot deflected another direction. This one now to Steve Byrne. And this shot going all the way out. Phil Field trying to keep his balance, and he'll get off to Jim Thomas. And Wersinski will knock this one away, but Thomas will regain his own control of the puck. This one now to Steve Byrne. Steve Byrne flips this one over to Pontello, and now he's working against Mark Walker, and he's got Masher to work with. Will fire the shot himself, and Lonnie Herman makes the save again. And there was Pontello, you know, he was lightening up a little bit. It looked like he was on cruise control. He had a lot of wiggle room, and he was just weaving his way around between nobody pretty much. And, you know, that was just enough time for Herman to get his senses together and make a nice save. Coffee with the shot. This one gets knocked away. Field with a lot of time looking for Buchholz, instead intercepted by Wersinski. Sharina with the puck looking for Sincata. This one's going to be backfired to Walker. Madalena with the puck trying to keep this puck moving, and this one's going to bounce all the way towards Chewy's area. Puck now to Jackson. Deflected by Madalena. This one now out to Sharina, and he's on the move. Finds an open Don Coffey. Coffey looking for the setup, trying to backfire the shot. Mike Jackson will get to it instead. Puck from Liebler. Now firing around the other way. This is going to come back over to Falbo. We'll take the shot, deflected off of Russ Smith. Puck over to Madalena, has a big opportunity here, looking to set up to Liebler. Will fire the shot, and it is saved by Chewy. And that shot attempt, led by John Madalena, almost could have had the Yellow Jackets fooled there. Oh yeah, no doubt about that one. Yellow Jackets were at the mercy as soon as Madalena made the nice shot pass, and Liebler was able to control it. The Yellow Jackets were most definitely at the mercy of Liebler, and for Liebler to not finish. That's a big break for the Yellow Jackets. So Jim Thomas trying to get a little defensive, trying to knock Pontello off the puck. Now puck back over to Becker, sets up to Ricci. Now back over to Thomas, looking to fire. Shot taken right the top net, and Jim Thomas will retake the lead for the Red Army. And that's for the heart and soul right now. This Red Army team is Jim Thomas, so they need to continue to try to shut him down. But if the Yellow Jackets don't do that, it's not going to be a pretty result for them. Puck is going to fire back again. This one comes over to Becker, looking to finish. Shot taken, and Russ Smith collides, and he got sandwiched by the Red Army. Shot taken again. This is to Pontello. And if you're the Yellow Jackets right now, you need to be looking to try to find a way to start tying this game up. Pontello looking to get this one cleared out. He does, and that'll give it'll give both teams an opportunity to take a breather. But we'll see how things go. Yeah, and right now, I mean, the way both of these teams are playing is very advantageous, if you will. But that is the name of the game. And again, the way these teams are playing right now, it's very interesting to see who's going to win this one, because you have a Yellow Jacket team that has 9 players right now versus a full squadded Red Army players of 12. And, you know, right now the Red Army is doing everything they can to stay afloat against a team that is short players, and they're only leading 2-1 at the same time too. So if I was the Red Army right now, I'd be starting to worry just a little bit. Coffey gets it around Rapar, and if Don Coffey can get to the puck, it could be dangerous. Shot taken. This one fired back again the other way. This one now taken by Wersinski. 6:04 to go. Wersinski will fire the shot himself just to the left. This one coming around to Rapar. This one now coming around to Jackson, looking to take the shot, and it gets knocked away. Sincata looking to set up. Instead, it's intercepted now by Liebler. Liebler looking around off the boards, sets up to Buchholz in the Yellow Jacket zone. Only Wersinski back. Will fire the shot, looking to set up to Phil Field. This one slides through and back around to Phil Field. Almost went to the net. That could have been dangerous there. Right now, the Yellow Jackets continuing to get very lucky at this point.
You know, because that would have been another shot scored by the Red Army there had not Wersinski made the diving pass out and Field missed the shot. Pontello with the puck. Makes a move around Falbo. Will fire the slap shot, knocked away by Herman. And Walker will keep the Ings alive for the Yellow Jackets as he gets the pass out to Sharina. And I'm not exactly sure why referee stopped play there, but faceoff will reconvene by the Red Army blue line. Pontello and Thomas will take the faceoff. This one bouncing one direction, gets it out to Sharina. Pontello trying to get the pass out to Steve Byrne, said this was going to ricochet right into the Red Army end. Quicko trying to get this one out, instead intercepted by Pontello, looking to set up over to Masherin. Tic-tac shot, this one's in! Are you kidding me? Joe Masherin takes advantage of the Pontello setup. And right there is a tied game with 4:43 to go in the second. Isn't it wonderful, Angelo, where you have the joyous opportunity of teamwork? And of course, you know, a Jeff Quicko blunder there. You know, he passed it literally right to Pontello, and Pontello just had everything. It was all set up for Pontello to make the pass off to Masherin, and of course for Joe Masherin himself to be in the right place at the right time. And that is going to be a great opportunity set up there for the Yellow Jackets, and they tie this game up. Sincata will work the puck again. He's got Sharina, and Sincata will take this one himself. He'll fire the shot, and it's Lonnie Herman with the glove hand save. Yeah, right now Lonnie Herman really not feeling too good about how the Red Army, his team, just allowed Pontello to just set up a pass play like that to Joe Masherin, and you know, right now from his perspective, he's not liking that at all. 4:26 now, Yellow Jackets once again deep in the Red Army zone, looking to take the lead again. Mike Jackson and Jim Thomas on the faceoff. Thomas will take the puck himself, and he will skate all the way down. He's got Ricci and Becker. Puck reconvenes over to Becker, working off of Sincata. Gets it around. Sharina will dive. Will make a diving pass out of the way. And now it's back over to Jim Thomas once more, looking to set up to Becker. Puck being kicked around, and it is saved by McClung. And now for the Yellow Jackets to change up their line a little bit. They will have Angelo Pontello, Steve Byrne, and Masherin back on the ice. Pontello will take it against Thomas. Masherin sets up to Wersinski. Wersinski back to Sharina. Back off the boards to Sharina in their own ends. They got to get this one out, and they do. They finally find Pontello, and here come the Yellow Jackets the other way, looking for Steve Byrne. Trying to get through three Red Army players. Pontello lost control of the puck, but this was going to come back around the other way. Puck now over to Mike Ricci. Looking to set up, finds Becker. Will fire the shot, deflected away by Chewy. And Jim Thomas will slip and fall. And Pontello looking to try to beat out Greg Bell for the puck, and he just couldn't get there in time. Thomas a little slow to get up. He'll get off the ice. Masherin will find a pass over to Pontello. Masherin back again, looking to set up. Firing shot, knocked away by Herman. This one coming back around to a wide open Larry Liebler one-on-one against Chewy. Takes a shot, and the Red Army retake the lead. Now, this is something I'm still trying to figure out, Angelo. Why did the Yellow Jackets, for a second time in a row, let up on their defense? You know, just, I don't know if it was a lineup change or what have you, but they just let up once more, and the Red Army took advantage of it. That's the second time this game where I don't know if it was a lineup change on the defensive unit or what, but right now they're trailing once more because of it. Mike Jackson with the puck, looking to try to move this one up. He's got a chance. Will fire the shot. It is saved by Herman. .256 to go in the second. And for these Yellow Jackets right now, I mean, I get the fact that they're without the likes of Pete Dominici, but you know, you got to reconvene. You have a better opportunity to take this win, you know, with the way this Red Army team is playing overall, and just the shots are not going their way right now. Intercepted by Liebler. Big opportunity here for wide open Tom Buchholz. Yellow Jackets for a third time in a row forget their defensive unit, and it's a 4-2 Red Army lead. What is going on with the Yellow Jackets today? Why are they not convening on defense? This is what's killing them right now in this game, Andy. Yeah, and right now, I mean, you can say it once again, these Yellow Jackets are not thinking about the defense. Red Army for a third time in a row just capitalized, and it's now a 4-2 Red Army lead. So if the Yellow Jackets are going to be looking to win this game, their defense needs to step it up clearly right now. Or you need to give the puck to Angelo Pontello to have him score. One way or the other. But if the Yellow Jackets continue to do what they're doing right now, they are going to lose this game, and in big time losing fashion. Puck over to Pontello. Gets this one around to Wersinski. Deflected by Thomas. Back to Falbo. Losing control was Russ Smith. Now back over to Thomas. Sets up to Mike Falbo. Glove hand saved by Chewy. Puck from Jim Thomas now to Russ Smith. Back to Quicko. Mike Falbo trying to control this one. And Chewy trying to knock this one away from Wersinski. And Chewy will officially clear this one out. Here comes Pontello the other way. Lots of time. And the referees are going to call an offsides on this one. Again, lots of time. But remember from the other opener game just now, you know, Grey Wolves had a 5-3 lead against the Green Hornets, but then in the third period they faltered and the Green Hornets ended up winning from a come from behind victory. And you know, anything can happen. It's one of those things where we've seen it before. Shot taken, and it's in. I'm almost to the point right now, Andy, where I want to say the Red Army just iced this game. But then from what you just said about the Green Hornets and Grey Wolves, that would probably be the only reason why I'm saying this game's not over just yet. Well, you know, you can use that thing, but I think if the Red Army just score one more time, that's going to do it. But if I was the Yellow Jackets right now, I'd be wondering where the heck is Angelo Pontello. He needs to get his butt back there on the ice. And once again, the defense is struggling. Here comes Jim Thomas. Over to Jim Thomas, back over to Quicko. Shot taken again, this one knocked around. Yellow Jackets right now just can't move this puck, and that's what's killing them at the moment. This one's sliding back over to Mark Walker. Picked up by Jackson. Stripped loose by Becker. Back over to Becker. He slips and falls, and here comes a penalty on Don Coffey. Now flipping the other shoes, the Yellow Jackets could not afford to give something up like that, and now with a 5-on-4 advantage for the Red Army, they might as well wrap up this game, and there may not even need to be a third period. Puck fired. Back over to Rapar, sets up to Buchholz. Back to Rapar. Sets up to Bell. Pontello trying to find Byrne, intercepted by Liebler. Here we go. Larry Rapar with the shot kicked away by Chewy.
Sets up to Rapar. Firing back around, Greg Bell quickly gets it away from Pontello. Wersinski working off of Rapar. And Pontello's going to take off with this one himself. Gets it around Buchholz. This one's going to slide all the way back to Greg Bell. Here comes Pontello. Will pick up on the puck. Will fire the shot himself. Herman knocks it away, and that's going to do it for the second period. 5-2 Red Army, and right now they look like they're cruising their way to their first win. But ultimately, we'll see what happens here. Second intermission. Don't go away. We'll be right back. This is Over 50 Hockey on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Third and final period. Jim Thomas, Steve Byrne on the faceoff. Puck from Russ Smith. Slips and falls. Here comes the Red Army again. Back over to Buchholz at left wing. Will fire the shot. Looking to set up. This one goes nowhere. This one coming back around. Bill Field fires the shot. Knocked away by Chewy. Pontello trying to clear this one out. This one back over to Mark Walker. Off to Madalena. Quicko trying to move this one quickly. Looking to set up, no one there again. Back over to Steve Byrne, now gets to an open Matt Sharina, one-on-one versus Mark Walker. Sharina looking to set up to Steve Byrne, lost control of the puck. That's a killer opportunity right there. Looking to set up now with Steve Byrne. Redemption time, and it's knocked away by Herman. Back around once more. This one's over to Wersinski firing the shot. Bounces the wrong way. 9 seconds to go on Coffey's penalty. Madalena's in there now. Finds Quicko. Finds Thomas. Thomas passes it back to Quicko. Shot fired, taken. This one knocked around the other way. Jim Thomas. His shot saved by Chewy. Puck now from Pontello. Looking for Masherin. Masherin probably not what they were expecting right there. Now comes over to Jackson. Looking to set up the Coffey. Back around to Falbo. To Madalena. To Coffey. Deflected by Bell. Masherin in the deep slot. Sets up to Coffey. From Bell, deflected again. Here comes Jackson looking to take the shot. Puck firing around here comes Pontello, fires the shot. And that was unexpected from that Red Army defense. Wersinski, they're going to take the shot. This one back around to Pontello. To Jackson. Looking to hold his ground. Fires it back over, and I don't know why that shot was being taken. That's a little bit suspect. And here comes Ricci. Shot knocked away. Sharina sets up to Madalena. Bouncing puck. This one around to Pontello. Trying to get this one cleared out. Looking for Coffey. Slips and falls. Icing call. Yellow Jackets are almost at the point of self-destruction at this point, Andy. Yeah, I mean, right now they're not communicating. They're not getting the job done. They're not playing to their full potential. That's what we saw in the first period. So they need to get their act together, and they need to get their act done quickly right now, because with 9:09 to go, Red Army are in position to win this game. Shot fired. Sharina trying to outskate Mark Walker for the puck. Another opportunity, but Walker will hold him up. This one over to Sharina trying to finish the slide, and Mark Walker knocks it away. Love the effort by Matt Sharina, that individual effort there, because he almost had an opportunity to score just by himself, but just couldn't get the wraparound out properly. Shot taken. Knocked around once more. Jim Thomas trying to find another man to set up too. Jim Becker fires the shot. Russ Smith, his pass over to Sharina. Heading into the Red Army zone. Sharina will fire himself, deflected off of Walker. Back around to Walker. Off the boards, looking for Ricci. Instead, this one's back now to Russ Smith. Finds Wersinski. Looks for Sincata. Back to Steve Byrne. Lost the puck. Here comes Jim Becker. To an open Mike Ricci. Game over. And with that, that'll just about ice the game with 7:55 to go. Red Army are going to be coming away with their first victory. And it's pretty much complete that these Yellow Jackets are going to need to work on their defense, or it's going to come back to bite them in the butt real hard, real fast. Couldn't have agreed anything more with you, Angelo. This is what's going to kill them right now. Because the Red Army, looking right now, they're nothing special. They're being led mostly by Jim Thomas right now. And then the other shots you see, that's just poor defensive grabbing there. And again, Angelo, they're going to need to do a whole lot better. You said it right on the money, you know. That's going to be their thing. But don't give credit away too much for this from the Red Army here. You know, you have Tom Buckles and Phil Field, who are true defenders, and they're actually playing forward right now. Look at what they're doing. That's unbelievable. I mean, this just shows you how much they're trying to be utility players, and just they're doing it very well right now. I mean, the whole system, they're communicating, they're making it happen. You know, couldn't have been any better. Tom Buckles and Phil Field on one line. Now I'm starting to be very interested to see how that's going to go throughout this season. 7:18 to go. And at this point, I think the players are just going to be skating around looking to try to kill time, because it's all over here. Again, Andy, the thing that I think killed the Yellow Jackets in this game today was a little bit more so their defense. Their defense had no substance. You know, they did have something going in the first period, but they've lost it. They just self-destructed. They didn't know what they didn't know what they were doing, and they still don't. It looks like firing shot, and it's Herman with the save as Masherin is down. Everything looked like it was about to be an exciting game, you know, heading up to the middle of the second period, but then Yellow Jackets completely forgot, you know, that they had defense, and the Red Army took advantage, and now look at them. Big time game. Puck over to Liebler. Or that was Rapar. This is going to come back over to Pontello. Trying to make in pursuit. Off to the Yellow Jackets. Looking to set up to Steve Byrne. Big opportunity here. We'll fire the shot. Hits the post, but does not go in. A big opportunity there for Steve Byrne. Could have probably put some more goals on the board, but unfortunately that does not help in their favor. Back over to Smith. Shot taken. Pontello forced to play defense now. And Mike Falbo will get away with this. Angelo, when can we stop the broadcast? Seriously, this is getting out of hand right now. These Yellow Jackets need their mummies real bad. And I think if I was the scorekeeper right now, I need to try to do as much as I can to make sure the time's going fast, because these Yellow Jackets are really sinking deep. The Red Army at this point, they have their win, and the more time you have on the board, you're just going to be looking to have them just outscore this Yellow Jacket team. So Masherin's gonna throw this one out. This one's over to Becker. And here come the Red Army again. Back over to Thomas. Sets back over to Walker. Shot taken, saved by Chewy. Not exactly sure why. I mean, right now, maybe they need to change this up to a 5-goal lead in order for it to start running clock, because this is ridiculous at this point. Yeah, even with 5:20 to go, there's no way the Red Army are going to be coming back with 5 goals. So if I was a scorekeeper, I'd do everything I can to run out the clock as much as possible, because there's no hope for the Yellow Jackets, at least for today. To Sharina. Off to the right. From Sharina to Pontel, firing the shot, lining him and knocks it away. Quickly gets it from Liebler, back around over Phil Field, and deflected from Wersinski. Here come the Red Army. All the way down in the Yellow Jacket end. Another shot taken, back over to Buchholz. Puck bounces around. Well, Angelo, I think I need to be getting going right now. I mean, I think we know the scoreline here. It's just Yellow Jackets need to do a whole lot better, you know, in the next weeks to come. They have a serious defensive learning to do. They need to get themselves on a grip here, because I know that they just have 9 players, but at the same time, this is not going to be going well in their favor if, you know, they continue to play the way they're doing right now. It's just been absolutely horrific. And they need to step it up here, so. All right, well, Andy, we appreciate you being in the broadcast booth with us, and we'll see you next week. All right, take care, guys. 3:58 to go. Yellow Jackets padding some stats with another goal on the board. Hard skating back for the puck. Working off of Mike Jackson. Looks for Liebler. Puck to Jackson, here comes Pontello. Looking to set up the coffee, no one there. Russ Smith firing the shot. Pontello looking for the setup, no one there. Nobody's skating anymore. And Madalina's going to get this one cleared out. Icing call. Hung up from Pontello, back around to Ricci. Pincata, taken away. This one now to Sharina, firing back just the other way. No one there. This is over to Ricci. Double team. Back to Quicko. And this one's going all the way back. 2 minutes to go. Byrne misfires the shot. Just went over to Quicker. Pontello gets through almost the entire Red Army players. Another shot taken, knocked away by Herman twice. Shot fired by Buckholz, almost a big opportunity. This one comes around to Wersinski. To Jackson, stripped loose by Phil Field. Knocked away by Buckholz. Puck fired all the way back. Misses Mastering. Bell trying to take the shot. This one comes around to Madalena. Jackson looking to finish. No one there. Don will take the shot. No one there as well. Summary of the Yellow Jackets season right there. Get ready. Final score, Red Army 7, Yellow Jackets 3. And this Yellow Jacket team does not look like they're going to be prepared at all this season. Red Army, on the other hand, they got something to look forward to. Or at least a little bit. But one of their key things, again, that they're going to need to work on is not... They're going to need to start some of these other players stepping up. That's going to be their key if they're going to be looking to do well this season. And so far you have the likes of Buckholz and Phil Field working together. Very exciting stuff to see. Jim Becker, of course, you add him to the mix. And this Red Army team looks like a team that could potentially get back on their feet and maybe possibly win over 50 Cup 12. But we'll see how the rest of this year goes. Here at the iSports Forum, I'm Angelo Pontello saying so long, good night. Hope everyone has a blessed evening. Take care, everyone.